One by one, cars trickle into the drive-in confessions.
How sinful is that town to where they have cars lining up? It's like they're waiting in a Black Friday line for confessions.
Father Louis Richard and Father Don Bernard are taking turns hearing confessions.
I wonder how drive-through confessions work. Hey, welcome to confessions. You can pick out from the menu down below. I'll confess to the number 6. Give me 2 of the number 9s and half of the number 1.
Hear their confessions and offer them absolution and peace.
All right, that'll be 3 Hail Marys, and if your team scores, you'll get a free number 7. Thank you for choosing confessions, and we'll see you next week.
The rates of sexually transmitted infections known as STIs has skyrocketed. Wyandotte County has been hit hardest with an 800% rise in syphilis cases in the past 8 years.
It's like Pokemon Go, except they're catching STDs instead. If you're alone and desperate during this quarantine, you know where to go. I don't know if COVID-19 counts as an STD, but if you're in Wyandotte County, you'll be the first to know.
STIs can be the elephant in the room.
I thought they were going to say crabs in the room. They missed a good opportunity for that.
Many of our population don't even know they're infected.
How much is many? Do they have so many STDs that they already lost count? It's like they thought they had lice, but in fact, they had the crabs.
For instance, the state only has 11 investigators to trace back where these infections started.
Why are they wasting money on 11 investigators to find out where the STDs came from? The STDs came from Tinder and Bumble. After you finish your Tinder date, while you're in the bathroom, you'll find out why Tinder chose the flame as their logo.
$25,000 if you can help Jeff Gephardt find the perfect woman.
I do hear women complain about how hard it is to find a good man these days.
But the 47-year-old is sick of dating, especially online dating, something he considers off-putting and even toxic at times.
Of course it is. If he spends too much time on Bumble, he will find out why it stings when he uses the bathroom.
Well, think about it. If you're in a happy marriage, what monetary value could you ever place on meeting the right person?
The divorce court values it at half of his net worth.
It says $25,000 is what he could see spending trying to just get to the right woman.
Why is he spending $25,000 anyway? Does he not know how to budget? Let's say he goes out on a date once a week for a year. So a year's worth of dates will be $480 per date. Let's say he dates 1 date a week per year for 5 years. That would be $96 a date. Let's say he goes on a date once a week, every week for 10 years. That will be $48 per date. Now, here's where things get interesting. Let's say he goes on a date with a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. 1 date, once a week, every week for a year. He would be spending $0 because those women are strong and independent and they don't need him.
My time and frustration and disappointment definitely is worth some sort of dollar figure.
Wouldn't it be great after a failed date we get paid back?
So he asked his closest friends, many of them successful professionals who are not married or who are divorced. He also asked friends in the mental health profession, and together they came up with this plan.
He is asking non-married men and divorced men to help him come up with a master plan. I've seen enough movies to know that the master plan never goes as intended. Let's hope his mental health professionals can help him stay away from those super crazy ladies. I've seen those killer crazy lady TV shows. You dangle a dude with lots of money and insurance policy around those crazy girls, and that guy will be the bait and the girls will be the sharks.
You have a big number of apply. They go through our Willy Wonka machine, and the ones that come out are the ones that would be great candidates for me.
You might be thinking to yourself that the Willy Wonka machine is a crappy plan, but it is in fact a brilliant idea. If your date eats too much food and does not puke out rainbows like she does on her Snapchat photo, wouldn't it be great if you had a team of Oompa Loompas to drag him out? Oompa Loompa doopity-doo, we've got to find a date for him. Oompa Loompa doopity-doo, does he want Kate or is it Kim? Oompa Loompa doopity-doo, does he want a girl with no waist? Oompa Loompa doopity-doo, Is a larger girl more his taste? Oompa, oompa, doopity-doo. If he rejects you, he will swipe. Oompa, oompa, doopity-doo. We will find a girl for his type. No wonder why this guy has to spend $25,000 on dates. He has to pay all of those Oompa Loompas, even if he is paying a minimum wage.